Hello everyone and welcome to Global Spec Racing. We are here for round 13 of the tier 2, round 15, hold on, round 12 for tier 2 here at Circuit of the Americas. I have no sound. Why have I got no sound? Great start. There we go. So then, this one's testing. Yep, there we go. So if this wants to work, which it is now, Nosman won last weekend at the San Marino Grand Prix in Italy. He comes here off the back of that race win to his home Grand Prix. Can he recapture his form from last week? Also joining in on that podium was Mr. Wingo 45. So your championship leader. This is crucial for the championship in his last few rounds, so we need to attend every single one of them. And Lux also joined him. Where's Lux? There's Lux. So Lux or Harrison, well, I'm going to switch between the two probably, also joined him on the podium. When we look at the point standings then, we've got Wingo leading the way on 137 points. From the McLaren of Cameron, who's on 121, then comes Harrison on 105, Jimbo then comes next on 102, GSR Callum who's left, that F1 boy, Nosman, Blacked, Davis and Injected. So what does that mean for the constructor standings? Well, Mercedes lead the way on 259 points, with McLaren close behind on 224. Red Bull are seemingly out of possibility for it on 130, and Alpine come fourth with 126. Haas then come fifth, followed by Aston Martin, Scuderia Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Williams and Alfa Tauri. So we see the first lap being put in by Injected, so one of the Haas cars, he puts in a 33.7. Next up across the line, I think it's going to be a Williams. Is that Mac? It is going to be Mac. Mac unfortunately invalidated his lap, so he's going to start another lap. We have a Haas coming up next, that will be Davis. Where can Davis go? He's taken the final corner really nicely there. Davis across the line, 32.8. But then Nosman comes across the line to go about 29 thousandths of a second quicker with a 32.7. Next across the line, it's going to be... Yeah, he's going to start his lap. Let's have a look. I think it's going to be one of the McLarens. They're both on laps. Well, they're both not on laps, sorry. So it's going to be, if I can figure this out, I think it's going to be Storms. It's going to be Storms who's going to be next across the line to set his lap. So let's see what Storms can do. So as we know, COTA, not the best track for overtaking. It's really difficult to stick behind another car going through the first sector. We've still got some more drivers joining. But yeah, COTA always throws up a bit of a mishmash. As we now see Storms. He rounds the final corner. He's gone a bit wide but taking it quite nicely. He's fourth fastest with 33.8. It's now going to be the Williams of Mac, who is invalidated again on his lap. So it's going to be Lux next. So Harrison, one of your championship contenders, if he can nail these final parts of the year. He rounds out the penultimate corner, comes up to the final corner now. How does he take it? Seems to have taken it really nicely there. Where is it for Harrison? He goes P1 with a Jesus Christ, 31.771. That's 1 second quicker than Nosman. Next it's going to be VII. Here comes VII across the line. Where does VII go? He goes P2. 32.582. But nowhere near the pace of Harrison. What a lap. It's going to be one of the McLarens next. It's going to be Cameron, but Cameron's unfortunately invalid on his lap. So it's going to be his teammate then, ETSR Jimbo. If these two can work well together, they will capitalise on Mercedes and they will come home to take the constructors. So they need every last bit of pressure they can get on Mercedes. Jimbo across the line. It's a 40.4. Plenty of time in there. Wingo goes P2 with a 32.304. Fastest final sector. If he can find some of that pace in the first couple sectors, then he could be on for a decent finish. Henmeister comes across the line. He goes P8. Then it's looking to be Dark Soren in the Ferrari. Or will it? Yep, it's going to be Dark Soren, I think. Does Storm settle that? Nope, Storm's peels off. Dark Soren then. He's going to come up across the line after these next three corners. That long right-hander, we've seen GSR Thrasher go off there a couple times yesterday in Tier 3. But Dark Soren then, he's coming up round the final corner. Your Tier 3 driver. Where's he go? P7 for Dark Soren. Really good lap there. We're now going to ride on board with Cameron as he comes up to set his first lap. Running low on ERS, but he should be able to capitalise on the mistakes of others. Running low on fuel as well. He wants to make sure he doesn't run out of that before he crosses the line. It's a short run up to the line from the final corner anyway, so he shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Here comes Cameron then, and he goes P2 with a 31.942. Really good lap there. Who's going to be the first out of these lot to set their lap? Kieran. See Raindrop getting out the way of Ferrari, but that Ferrari's not exactly on a lap. Broken Reptile's gone wide at turn 1. I think he's just set his lap. So I think we're going to ride on board with Mac Bikeman here. Mac, great qualifying session yesterday. P2, and then led the opening few laps of the race before a safety car came out, and he unfortunately passed the safety car and was disqualified. But yeah, we're right on board with Mac. Second gear, first turn, left-hand hairpin. Now into the fast sweeping S's section. No need to lift off until the third part. How does Mac take it? Takes it quite well. He brakes slightly. Just keeps it in track limits there. He's really wrestling the car. Can't seem to pick his line. So what was that? I didn't catch the first sector time, unfortunately. He's taking it quite slow and gingerly at the moment. But he comes down now into the second hairpin. Another second gear corner. You can usually get some good speed coming out of here, which he does. Gets a good exit, no oversteer. DRS immediately on, exactly what you're going to want. So then, here he comes into a heavy braking zone. The Alpine of Reptile, I think that is, getting out of the way. Another second gear, tight hairpin. Now into the double right-hander. Now into a double left-hander. This one, quite off-camber, can cause a lot of oversteer if you get it wrong, but Max nailed it. Now through the long right-hander here, we've seen many incidents. Raikkonen and Verstappen springs to mind there. But yeah, here comes Matt then, round the final two corners. Doesn't use quite as much track limits as he could have carried a bit more speed in, but he rounds the final corner then. What's his lap going to be? It's only a 33.2 from Matt. Quite a disappointing lap considering he was in the 32s yesterday. Oh, his raindrop there, losing the rear end. Manages to recover though. Now Raindrop did get quite hot under the collar yesterday. Purposely drove a car off track and sideswiped him. So he's going to be wanting to keep his cool. Who's going to be the next one to settle? Is it going to be Nosman? Nosman, he's on his second lap. He goes P3 there. 32.048. So the lap times are slowly starting to tumble, but nobody yet to get anywhere near Harrison's 31.7, as he has invalidated his lap. I think what we're looking at now. Going to ride on board with Injected here. He now brakes second gear corner, looking to get some decent traction. He gets decent traction as he was hoping for. Got a yellow flag. I think that's just cars backing off. It is. It's VII backing off. Henmeister starting up as Harrison is out. Harrison has retired. Let's ride on board with one of those Ferraris. I think it's going to be Nozman. Let's ride on board with Nozman. See where Harrison's gone off. It looks like it's oversteer. It's down this. It's after this straight. I think he's just lost the rear end and tried to correct it, but in doing so has cost himself. Kieran's starting his first lap of the session, so he'll be hoping for some decent runs. Got Henmeister. He's on his second lap now. There's a bit of oversteer there, but manages to keep within track limits. Mac once again struggling to find the line. Injected starting his lap. I think it's going to be a McLaren. Cameron on his out lap. See what... Oh, Kieran has unfortunately invalidated his lap. So unfortunate for the Kieran there in the Alpine. Obviously filling in for Abra, or that F1 boy, whatever you know him as Abra unfortunately cannot race today. But Cameron then, the man who's second in the championship, looking to put a statement down that he is not going to give up as easily as people would hope. As he's nailed track limits there. That seemed a bit over to me, but he's actually nailed it. No purple first sector, so he's going to have to find 2 tenths if he wants to overtake Lux in the second and third sector. So then Cameron rounding the second hairpin. He has got a Ferrari behind him, so he might just be giving Dark Soren, I think that is the slipstream. But Cameron keeping nicely tight to the right hand side. He's going to now brake, third gear. You can use quite a lot of that curb. He's down on his lap actually. So all this time has to come in the last sector. Gets the car turned in real nice there. No oversteer. Now rounds the long right hander. Coming up to the penultimate corners now. Relatively fast corners if you can take them right. Maybe not so much this last corner. As Davis is out. Davis has crashed out. Where does Cameron go? He doesn't go anywhere. He's actually down on his lap. What's happened to Davis? We're seeing Dark Soren. I think he's starting a lap. So let's see where Soren can go. Henmeister was coming up to the final corner, but unfortunately invalidated. Ski Man also invalid. We see Nozman on his out lap, so he'll be starting his final lap soon. Injected it, he's on a lap. Where can Injected go? Coming up to the double right hander now. Let's see what he can do for this lap. He's not going to get held up by Ski Man, I don't think. Which is quite lucky for him. Oh, Ski Man's gone round. Ski Man has gone round. He's going to have to be careful he doesn't interrupt Injected. I don't think he has Injected. Peels back off into the pit lane. So is Injected going for a bold strategy, or is that him done for qualifying? Nozman then, the American, he's coming up to start his final lap. I think it might be his second last lap. I don't know. But he's coming up to start the lap. So then, into turn 1. Braking hard. Turning in as you're braking sometimes. Short shifting up to third after a second gear corner. Slight bit of oversteer there. Tucking in nicely to that inside line. Here, real fast section. Left, right. Slight lift on the left. Downshifting to get that extra rotation. Not braking at all for there. What's the first sector time? He's actually a tenth down. So that oversteer might have cost him some time. Down into the second hairpin now. Braking second gear. Short shift into third, does he? No. Keeps it in second. Now going up the gears. There's a Bit of debris in the middle of the road there. Don't want that interrupting your lap. So you see everyone peeling out of pit lane now to get their final laps in. But what's Nosman's second sector time? He's just under 2/10 down. So is he saving? He is. He's backed off. Nosman knows he can go for it on this final lap. Saving his ERS up, saving his tyre life. We've got Mac Bikeman on a lap. So here comes Mac then. Yet to set a representative lap time. But what can Mac do? For a sector time, he's just under half a tenth down, but can he find some more time in the second and third sectors? So then, Cameron not coming back out, Nosman not coming back out, neither is Broken Reptile. I think left the session actually, so I will get Broken Reptile back in. Go. So here comes Mac then. He's only just up on his lap. Is he going to be able to break into the top 10 if he can find some more time in this final sector? Here comes Mac then, rounding the penultimate few corners. Rounding the second last corner now. Takes a decent amount of speed in. Comes round the final corner. Where does Mac go? He goes up to P11, so just outside the top 10. But not by much. Just over half a second. So then, Wingo now. Wingo's invalidated his lap. So Wingo will stay at most P4. Henmeister's retired. Davis is retired. Henmeister I think is retired on track, so that might be a penalty. We see now who's going to be next across the line. It's going to be Jim. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's going to be Jimbo's next across the line. Can the McLaren driver put his car any higher up the grid? Or will he be left to fight his way through the pack? We know the pace is there from Jimbo, it's just whether or not he can use it. As you see, Cameron's just started he joined late, did Cameron? So yeah. But Jimbo across the line is P4 for Jimbo. A great lap for the McLaren driver there. Cameron's going on another lap. I think my timing is off, or it could be the glitch. But Cameron, the last man yet to set a lap time. He has invalidated, so I assume he'd have to crash himself out. So then it's going to be Harrison or Lux on pole position for, I think, maybe the third, fourth weekend in a row. Really good for the Red Bull driver there. Oh no, Kieran's still yet to set a lap. He's now invalid. I think. There we go, just got to wait for Kieran to retire. There we go. So then, it's going to be Lux on pole position. He's changed from Guatemalan to Icelandic, okay. But Lux takes pole position from Cameron, from Nosman, a great lap for the American at his home Grand Prix. VII, a great lap from the Dutchman in the Williams. Jimbo, Wingo, not what your championship leader would be hoping for. Kieran injected Davis, so 2 other Americans on the grid. Ski Man rounds out the top 10. Then comes Mac, Hemmeister, Soren, Broken Reptile, Storms, and Raindrop, I think that was. So then, it's gonna be an insane 31 laps, 28 laps. And my phone case is broken. So then, there should be an easy 1 stop for the drivers. Soft medium would be the strategy I'd go for. Go to around about lap 13 on your softs, pit on lap 13, come out for 15 laps on your medium tyres. Well, that's what I'm assuming. The game will automatically try and give you a 2 stop, but these drivers will turn it into a 1 stop. It's what they do. The game strategy is always wrong. Alrighty then. So for the second weekend, so for the second race in a row, a Red Bull. So for the second race this weekend, a Red Bull has taken pole position. However, to mix it up on the front row, instead of a Williams like it was yesterday, it's Cameron in the McLaren. Then comes Nosman in the what am I trying to say? In the Ferrari. Great lap for the American there. He seems to have really picked up his form after Imola. VII comes 4th, really good lap for him. I don't think I've seen him race yet, but pretty good. Jimbo 5th, Wingo coming in 6th, Kieran in 7th, Injected and Davis, your 2 Haas cars at their home Grand Prix. The two Americans in the American car, at the American circuit. What more could you want? Then comes Ski Man in the Mercedes. He'll be hoping to make some positions up. Matt Bikeman comes next in 11th, then Hemmeister, then Soren, Reptile, Storms, Raindrop, and Fake Fiery. As we see Raindrop going off the circuit, we will check the tyre situation now. Details. Tyre. So then, only 2 drivers opting to go for the medium tyre, that being Storms and Raindrop. They are at the back of the grid, so they've got less to lose. But everyone else opting for the softer compound tyre. So then, unless they get caught up in incidents, I imagine Storms and Raindrop could be ones to look out for. Raindrop without his helmet. I'd recommend you wear one, sir. You might die if you don't. But yeah, here we go then. We're finishing the formation lap. Nobody really seeming to be too far behind. Everyone seems to be relatively close together. And I say that, and then Soren leaves a big fucking gap. But everyone's in currently everybody's in a Red Bull sandwich, because you got a Red Bull in P1 and a Red Bull starting last. What more could you want? Poetry almost. Oh, and okay, here's where the drivers start being idiots. What is happening? You've had a whole lap. But yeah, here we see then Lux coming up to take his grid spot, as is Cameron, as is Nosman, as is everybody else, to be fair. So then we shouldn't be waiting too long. We're currently on the front nose of Lux. And to be fair, it's not a bad angle. You can see the steep run up to turn 1. You'll get a variation on lines here as we go to 5 red lights. This lights out and away we go. It looks like a great start from Lux, but an equally a good start from Cameron. The Haas in the background has had a great start. It's almost 4 wide in the background there. There's a lot of contact. Oh, there's a AlphaTauri parked it. But Lux leads from Cameron. From Jimbo, who's had a good start. Nosman, not so much. Ski Man's had a really good start. He's gone from 10th to 5th. What a start from Ski Man. Well, there's a Ferrari in the background off. That's Stark Soren. Fake Fiery, also really far back. Storms has had a good start. But Ski Man, the biggest climber out of all of this, I believe. Mac Bikeman has also had a good start. He's up to 8th. tucked up behind his teammate. He's going to go for it. Down the inside on his Williams teammate. Oh, he collects Wingo. And Wingo's round. Wingo's been sent to a housepin. Wingo is round. This is really bad for Wingo, who hopes to win the championship this year. Tagged by Mac Bikeman in the Williams. That's going to give Mac some wing damage, I'd imagine. As he's dropping almost a couple tenths a corner. But he seems to be able to continue on. Wingo, going to be devastated with that. But if Cameron and Jimbo see that, they are going to be absolutely elated with what's just happened there. Cameron then tucked up right behind the rear wing of Lux, almost. As we see Davis making a move on VII. So VII might have some wing damage. Which he does as he peels off into the pit lane. We come round to finish the first lap. Kieran in the pits as well with wing damage. Nozman really close behind Ski Man, who's made up another position I've only just noticed. Incredible scenes here from Ski Man. He's made up, I think, 6 positions. Yeah, 6 positions from Ski Man here. Henmeister's already got a 3-second time penalty. As Soren has retired in the pit lane, he clearly doesn't think he will make it any further. As is Fake Fiery, they are both retired in the pit lane. Seems all really tight. Storm's 3 seconds for multiple warnings. It was side by side in the background almost. The closest battle we've got currently is Nozman on Ski Man. Nozman really pushing here to try and get past. Ski Man weaving around, try and break the toe, but Nozman's going to get it done. Good move there by the American driver. Oh, but this battle's going to continue on. Ski Man's not letting it go without a fight. Nozman's going to try and hold it round the outside. Great defence from Ski Man there. Be careful, Nozman. I've been taken out by a Mercedes here, but this is some brilliant battling and really good defence there. Mac Bikeman's been hit by Injected, I believe. So that's set Mac Bikeman back a position. But Ski Man, really great defence there from Nozman. Or, really great defence on Nozman there. Cameron, really on a charge here. DRS will be enabled this lap, so he will be able to have him. He will be able to have Harrison if he can stick close enough through these S's section. As we see further back, Raindrop and Storms there. Close, but no cigar comes from it. Wingo, he's going to look to capitalise on this battle here, as he looks to make his way back up through the field after contact with Mac Bikeman, who's just losing time to these tier 2 drivers. Nozman, really close behind Ski Man. I don't know what's happening. Ski Man gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It's too early to be getting penalties, but you're pushing, you're on the limit constantly. I understand why it happens. So then, Nozman going to look to easily get past. He could probably save some of his ERS here. Ski Man knows it's coming. Nozman pulls past. Ski Man's going to look to dive it back up the inside though, but Nozman holds him off. Really good work there. Cameron and Lux not pulling away, or starting to pull away from Jimbo here. But can I just point out, Lux has almost a full tank. He's basically got a full tank of ERS. How? How have you done this, Lux? Yellow flag in Sector 3, that's Raindrop out. What has happened to Raindrop? Is there gonna be any calls for a safety car or a virtual safety car? As I believe Raindrop has had contact with Storms, I believe, because they were fighting very hard there, and Storms has dropped a few positions. So no safety car is needed, I think, but now Wingo is promoted up into P10. He's now going to look to chase after Henmeister. I think Cameron at the moment is just happy to sit behind. Jimbo's really closed up onto the back of these two. So these three are all going to look to pull away. Kieran's retired. That might cause a safety car, which it does. So we have got, for the first time this race, the safety car out after only 4 laps of racing. 4 laps of racing, 4 retirements. It's not looking good. Well, I'm going to try and fix mine. So then, does anybody pit to try and gain an advantage? If you're Wingo, you've got nothing to lose at this point. Well, you have a lot to lose actually, but it's worth taking the gamble. Because as it stands, with Wingo only scoring 1 point and Cameron scoring 19 because he has the fastest lap. Let me have a look. Yeah, as it stands, Cameron would take the lead of the championship by 1 point, I think it is. Because he's taken 19 points. So that gives him by 2 points, sorry. As we see now, Lux, Cameron peel off into pit lane. Jimbo's forced to stay out. So that's going to cost him positions to Nozman. Ski-Man's got given a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. So then, Jimbo and Ski-Man both stay out. Everyone else behind pits for fresh tyres. Who comes out in front? Lux does come out in front from Cameron. Nozman then. Mac peels off into pit lane. They've double stacked at Haas. That's going to cost Davis some time. But Jimbo's going to have to pit in at the end of this lap. I feel really bad for Jimbo, you know. He always gets stuck out. He's always so close to his teammate. And then when these safety cars come out, he's always the one that draws the short straw. But you know what? That's racing. But yeah, VII is going to come out in last. Wingo did pit under that safety car for mediums. Henmeister pit for softs. Yep, so there's only 3 drivers yet to pit. Broken Reptile, Ski-Man, and Jimbo. So as it stands, Cameron could be on for a shot here. He's on mediums. Everybody who pit, I believe, pit onto a set of medium tyres. Nope, Nozman went onto a set of softs, so Nozman thinks his tyre advantage will allow him to pull away, get in front of these cars, and then have these cars that didn't pit back everybody up. It's a bold strategy from Nozman, but it might pay off, it might not. Injected onto mediums, Mac onto mediums. Henmeister, the only other one to pit onto softs, I believe. If Wingo went on mediums, Davis did, Storms did, and so did VII. So then we'll have one more lap under safety car, I'm pretty sure, as VII and Storms are yet to catch up. Oh, as Jimbo and Ski-Man do now pit. So Lux, so they're going to drop right to the back of the field and have to work their way through. Really tough luck there. I think Ski-Man did it for the team, even though he was ahead of Wingo and they probably could have afforded a double stack. But yeah, this will be the last lap under safety car, I'm pretty sure. So then, it is going to be Lux who leads Cameron from Nozman. Broken Reptile, who's yet to pit and is in AI. So he will more than likely not score points. Injected it from Mac Bikeman, from Henmeister, from Wingo, from Davis, from Storms. Has Davis gone really wide there, almost going into the back of Wingo. Bit dodgy, but this will be last lap under safety car. Right, I don't... Yeah, safety car lights are out, so Lux now begins to back up the field. When will he go? He has to wait for the safety car to peel off into the pits. But it will be... He will look to get the jump on the McLaren of Cameron. One of his championship rivals, down in P8, the other one directly behind him. The Constructors' rivals, at the moment, it's still going the way of Mercedes, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Has Lux gone? Nope, he's holding him up, he's holding him up, he's holding him up. He'll go on the exit of the corner, I'm pretty sure. As Lux puts the power down and he goes. Storms has been given a penalty. Track limits. He's not Nozman with the best restart out of them lot. Injected it, going through Broken Reptile there, as does Mac Biteman, who tried it on the inside of Injected. They're going to go almost 3 wide there. Hemmeister, on those soft tyres. Oh, Hemmeister spun it. Contact with Injected it has caused them to spin. So that's going to promote Mac up to P5 now. I believe there's wing damage for Mac, though, who got caught up in that incident. So really unfortunate for Mac there, really unfortunate for Hemmeister and Injected it. They were being overly aggressive with each other through the S's. Lux beginning to pull away from Cameron a bit, because Cameron might have to start thinking about defending from Nozman on those soft tyres. Does Nozman dive out of the inside? No, he stays behind Cameron. A wise decision there. VII looking to go side by side with Storms. He sends it up the inside on Storms. Does he hold it? Yes, he does. Great move there. Jimbo follows him through on Storms. Good move there. Does Wingo now look... Wingo with a terrible restart, actually. Wingo doesn't quite risk it all. Storms already with 9 seconds of penalties, and it's only lap 7. Not good. Not ideal for what he wants. Broken Reptile dropping the order, but he's AI, so that's to be expected. So then, 2 Williams running in a solid position at the moment. Davis running in third, running in 4th. And the top 3 once again just beginning to pull away. They've already got a 3.5 second gap to Davis. As we see Wingo getting right up behind Storms. He doesn't want to risk it on these slower cars though. There's a yellow flag in front. Nozman has crashed out as there's another safety car. Oh dear. Safety car number 2 has come out, and unfortunately the American driver has come off worst. He was hoping to make gains on his soft tyres, but unfortunately it just didn't come to anything. So unfortunate there for Nozman in the Ferrari. He was really hoping to do well at his home race, but unfortunately it's come to nothing. So then Lux trying to burn off some of that fuel and keep engine temperatures high. Yeah. So then they stay out. Lux stays out. Cameron stays out. Does Davis come in? Davis does peel off into pit. No, he doesn't. He dummies it. Mac dummies it. Ooh, that's interesting, that. As we see in the background there, Broken Reptile, his AI now comes into the pit lane. Just waiting on Hemmeister and Injected. The safety car will catch the leader about now. So then, not much to talk about at the moment. The order's not really changed. The two Williams cars in really good positions at the moment. So Mac and VII, they're in pretty solid positions. Max really found his form towards the end of this season. Ayrton Senna's joined. Who would have thought we'd have the real Ayrton Senna join the session? Unfortunately, he won't be able to race in a McLaren or a Williams. It's a bit touchy. Or a Lotus, you know. I'm not really sure what else Senna drove. I don't know if anybody's typing anything in chat. If you are in chat, come on, let's get some messages going. Let's see what you're all saying. How have you lot found the race so far then? Who do we think's gonna win it? Who do we think will get the championship? Let's get some predictions going. Thank you, Moo Moo. I've been told Ayrton Senna drove a Tolman. Thank you, Soren. Thank you. I try my best. Moo Moo likes the chances of Lux winning the championship, so I don't think he's gonna be far off, but I think it's either gonna go to Cameron or Wingo. Their mistakes have just limited their their lack of mistakes, so they've been pretty good at keeping the mistakes down. Got one more lap under this safety car, I'd imagine. But yeah, currently, Wingo, after that unfortunate incident with Mac Bikeman, downing P8, yet to make his way back through the field. He seems to be really struggling to overtake cars. He doesn't want to risk losing valuable points. But Cameron, he's fighting with a championship rival at the moment. So it's either all or nothing for Cameron. I think Cameron might just win this race as well, Soren. You know? I think at the moment he's happy just to sit behind Lux. Davis, I don't see Davis getting anywhere unless there's contact between your front two. Jimbo's yet to make his way through the field as well, so he could still get P3, and it could be a good points haul for McLaren, who could get the constructors lead as well, as Wingo and Skiman are down in P8 and 9. If I work this out, at the moment it's 18 points, and how many points does P6 get? Let me have a look on the race results. P6 8, so it's 19 points, sorry, I think, because I believe Cameron has fastest lap, as we have had confirmation safety car in this lap. Yep, so Cameron with fast lap, so it's 27 points compared to 8th and 9th of 4 and 2 6. So 27 point. Wait, hold on, let me check that. 19. Yep, so 27 compared to 6 points. Nope, Mercedes would just keep the positions at the moment. When does Lux go? Does he go at the same point? Here we go then, Lux does go, but Cameron's been able to stick with him a bit better now. Davis with a decent restart. VII with a decent restart as well. He's going to have a look to go on his teammate. Does VII dive out of the inside? Yes, he does. He sends it. Does Mac leave in the room? No, there's a bit of contact between the Williams. Vapor's going to be squeamish at that. As Ski Man's dropped well down the order. Terrible restart for Ski Man. So this could benefit McLaren here with Ski Man in a poor position at the moment. So then, Lux once again beginning to pull a decent sized gap on Cameron, but Cameron going to look to just maintain that gap, hold him back. Storm's really close behind Jimbo. He was having a little sniff around. I don't think anything's going to come of it. Injected and Ski Man now make their way past Broken Reptiles AI. VII could look to make another dive on his teammate, but I don't see it happening at this point. Storms could look to make a dive. VII almost goes for it. He has a little sneaky look. But Ski Man's gone for it on Injected. What a send from Ski Man. They're going to go side by side into this double right-hander. There's a bit of contact. Injected really leaning on Ski Man there, but he does have to back out of it. So Ski Man up to P10 now. Henmeister all over the back of Wingo. Wingo seemingly lacking pace at the moment. Can't find his form in this race. But obviously Henmeister with those 11 seconds of penalties and storms in front with 9 as Mac Bikeman in P4 now gets 3 seconds for track limits. He doesn't want any more of them. But so far the whole field in a singular line at the moment. No one dropping too far back who are actually racing other than Reptiles AI as Mac now, as I say that, starts to drop back a bit. And his teammate, surely you're going to have to let your teammate through, Mac. Think about the team here, lad. You're not a tier 3 driver. Tier 2 driver, sorry. You've got to think about the team. As Henmeister once again, another penalty. As Wingo's now going to look to get past Storms. I think he's running to the back of him. Could there be wing damage for Wingo? Oh, I don't know, but Henmeister dove out of the inside on the soft tyres. I think Wingo might have damage. A Ski Man has spun round. And that's a reset to track, I think. I didn't quite catch him actually doing it, but the way he was positioned and the way he's ended up makes me think it's a reset to track. So there could be a penalty going there. Injected dives out of the inside. Wingo's got damage. So Wingo, his wing is gone, I think. As Storms now goes wide, and that is allowing Injected to go side by side. There's contact. Injected's looking to hold it round the outside. He's going to keep his foot in. And he's gotten through on Storms. Great move from Injected there. Cameron just still sitting behind. Nothing really happening up front. Got VII now looking... He doesn't want to go too aggressive on his teammate. Because that'll open him up to Wingo there. Not Wingo, sorry, Jimbo. As yes, confirmation. Wingo does have wing damage. So Wingo's wing was gone. As he now comes out of the pit lane. Oh, this isn't looking good for either championship here. As Cameron has dropped below a second behind Lux. So, we like to think that... We do like to think that, Cameron would win this race, but at the moment, Harrison really is just in another league. As Wingo's got 3 seconds for track limits. Henmeister and Injected are going side by side. Injected already almost out of VRS. Jesus Christ. As Mac and VII are going side by side. Oh, teammate. And this could open the door for Jimbo. As they're both round. Mac is out. And VII is spun. Oh my god. A terrible day for the Williams outfit here. And that's allowed Jimbo up into P4. I'm sure the Williams team principal ain't going to be happy with that. Oh, really unfortunate there. I didn't quite catch what happened. I was looking at stream chat. But Davis now closer to Cameron than Cameron is to Lux. Oh dear, as Storms is now retired. Is that in pit lane though? I think it might be. That's in pit lane, alright. So then, 10 started with 17, 10 drivers remain. And now all the spots are seemingly pretty wide open. There's no real tight battles anymore. Oh dear. Dreadful news for the Williams outfit. And I know I'm a bit biased, I'm sorry, I try not to be, but... As I have had confirmation from Vapor or Deluxe that he is very much depressed. Not what you need for from your team. who are struggling enough anyway, but you can't have your teammates colliding like that. And yes, I know I'm biased, because I am a Williams Tier 3 driver, but I try to keep it away, but it's just... Williams are struggling this season. Tier 3 is the best shot that Williams have at the Constructors, or at least getting a decent position in the Constructors. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about Williams now, because it's just gonna make me depressed. But yeah, currently all the gaps above a second, so nothing really to report. Wingo, let's have a look at the championship then. So as it stands in the championship, with point standings, so with Cameron scoring 19 points, I believe he's currently getting, no, 18 points now. So with Cameron scoring 18 points and Wingo only scoring 2, they would be tied on points going into the next round. So going into Russia, Wingo and Cameron will both be tied on points at 139 apiece. And in the Constructors standings, with McLaren scoring 30 points, I believe it's 30 points. Yeah, 30 points for McLaren. And Mercedes scoring 10. Mercedes would still stay in the lead, but by only 15 points. But, as we're now seeing, Jimbo closing up to the back of Davis. So this could be a McLaren 2-3. But, crucially for Jimbo though, he does have that 3-second time penalty. But at the same time, looking at the way Davis took those S's, he could easily pull away as there's Henmeister off. Could that be a safety car? It is a safety car. Would you gamble now and go onto the soft tyres? I would have personally tried to gamble it, but I don't know what everyone else is like. As Injected has spun under the safety car, so that's promoted Ski Man up into P5 now. So then, still Lux, who has led every lap of this race, bar that one under safety car. So Lux has led every racing lap of this race. He has had to conduct 2 safety car restarts, and he'll have to do it again. Does he peel off into pit lane? No, Lux stays out, as does Cameron. But somebody who doesn't stay out is Jimbo. He does have to let Davis through though, because Davis came into the pit lane quite late. Ski Man, drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. So Ski Man has basically rendered himself useless to the Mercedes outfit at the moment. So then, McLaren pulling up. Oh, McLaren going. The McLaren and the Haas both going on to mediums. They clearly don't think the softs will make it to the end. But McLaren pulling a blinder here. They're gonna gamble with Jimbo. Ooh, that is tight. Does Jimbo's keep the position on VII? Yes, he does. But McLaren looking to use Jimbo as a distraction to Lux, probably. So then, Davis could play an important role as well. These 4 sticking together, Jimbo and Davis could have a good shot, you know. And what I reckon will happen, Jimbo will try and hold up. If Jimbo can get ahead of Davis, and then ahead of Cameron, Jimbo will fight so hard with Lux that Cameron can slip through and they can make it a McLaren 1-2. I think the McLarens are looking for the constructors more than they are at their own selfish benefits. Well, if they both finish on the podium, we'll have to have an interview with them and we'll just ask. But Lux, once again, will have to conduct a safety car restart. You've got Skiman, who I did see get 3 seconds, 4 track limits. He's gone on to the softs, but with that drive-through, he's not going to gain anything out of being on them other than maybe a fastest lap. Wingo is now taking it onto the softs. So Wingo gonna come charging through the field on those soft compound tires. He could still be on for a good position here, but unfortunately that 3 seconds is gonna hold him back. I hope that wasn't Skiman, right? No, it was VII. VII peels off into pit lane, so he's coming a bit late, but he'll go onto a set of softs, I'm presuming. He'll be looking. He will be easily looking to gain as what's going on here? That took an awfully long time for VII's pit stop. Cameron's left the session. Cameron. There we go. So then, just gotta wait for Cameron to join back in. I hope he can, otherwise that's going to have ruined a really good race for us. Cameron joined back? Cameron is not joined back. Let me try and see. I hope he joins back. I'll try and ping him again. I'll try and send him as I think he has. Yes, he has. Cameron is back. So then, Lux once again will have to conduct a safety car restart. We're looking to get the jump on Cameron. Everybody's all backed up into the same areas. We started with 17, we've got 9 currently. That number will probably continue to drop. I wouldn't go anywhere, folks, because this could be an insane last 10 laps. Does Lux go slightly earlier this time as to get the jump on Cameron? I think he's just going to conduct the safety car restart he's done every other time. But 3 to look out for: Jimbo, Davis, and Wingo. And VII, sorry, so 4. But here we go then. There goes Lux. Cameron with a decent restart. Jimbo's had a blinder of a restart. He pulled alongside with Davis. But he's gone up the inside of Davis, as has Ski Man. Davis is going to try and hold it round the outside. Jimbo lets him go. Really good fight in there. Really good clean battle there. But these two on the fresher tyres. Jimbo messed up the track limits a bit. VII with 3 seconds. He's gotten past Wingo already. So Wingo really struggling to find pace off these safety car restarts. Injected with 3 seconds. So Jimbo needs to get past Davis really soon. Injected has crashed out. Injected is out of the race. So I told you that number would drop even more. Please don't be a safety car. Please don't be a safety car or even a virtual safety car. Just don't be anything. So then there's your 8 drivers all in one picture. Jimbo really desperate to get past Davis here, but knows the threat he's coming under. He doesn't want to get attacked by Ski Man, who will have to serve his drive-through penalty, I guess, on this lap. Does VII send it up the inside? He does. There's a bit of contact, but they keep it on track. Yeah, Davis really close behind Cameron here, and Jimbo seemingly struggled to keep up. Davis basically pushing Cameron through the corner. Lux has got a 3-second time penalty. This is crucial. Lux is going to have to get on with it now, otherwise he's going to lose not only first, but second as well. Lux is in a terrible position with this 3 seconds. Ski Man's going to finish serving his penalty. Cameron not able to. We can tell Lux has started to get on with it now. He knows he knows how detrimental to that race, to his race, that 3 seconds is. I'm sorry if I keep messing up my words, by the way, guys. I'm still not used to this kind of stuff. As Cameron's gotten through on Lux. What's happened here? I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention, but even Davis has gotten through. Jimbo and VII have crashed! Jimbo has... Oh my god! There's wing damage for VII. Wing damage for Jimbo. What has happened to those two? Lux has gotten back through on Davis. Will Davis send it up the inside? Look who's joined the battle. Wingo's up into 4th place. Wingo, out of nowhere, being last at one point, has now made it. What has happened here? Ski Man's going to get through. This is terrible for McLaren. Ski Man has gotten through on Wingo. DRS has been enabled. Davis really close behind Harrison here. Wingo not able to switch his softs on. I don't think he hit for fresh softs in the end. The yellow flag sector 3. That's Jimbo and VII both coming into the pit lane. Jimbo's going to be absolutely seething at what's happened, as will VII. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Ski Man's also got wing damage, I think. Or he's pit for fresh softs. So Ski Man looking to take that fastest lap away from whoever has it at the moment. I think Lux has it. But at the moment then, it is Cameron from Lux, from Davis, from Wingo, from Broken Reptile, from Ski Man, from VII, from Jimbo. I think there might be some words said between Jimbo and VII, and the stewards will be having a thorough look at that incident. As Lux gaining on Cameron, and he's through. Davis tried to go round the outside as well, but Cameron wasn't letting that happen. He's gone wide. Wingo's gotten up the inside of Davis. So Wingo now up into P3. So you got plenty of laps remaining. I think Ski Man's had a bit of a spin. As Davis gotten back through on Wingo here. Some really good battling between the Haas driver and the Mercedes driver. As he's going to hold it round the outside. What a move from Wingo. But will it all be for nothing? As he has got that 3 seconds. And someone else who has 3 seconds and has now got fastest lap is Lux. But can Lux in the next 7 laps, including this one, pull that 3 seconds that he needs? Because Davis has now got another 3-second time penalty. So that's basically his hopes of a podium out of contention now. So it's just 3 championship contenders in 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Davis with another 3 seconds. How's he got? I'm not even going to question it anymore. But as you can see, Lux 1.4 seconds already. It's unheard of. I think Lux might just win this race if he can keep calm and composed and not make any mistakes, like getting another 3-second penalty. Then that's him pretty solid. Cameron's now going to defend from Wingo. Is Cameron going to stick his nose back up the inside? He does. He knows this is for the championship. He's going to try the switch back. He hasn't pulled it off. He is going to be on the outside for the next double left-hander. He's going to look for the switch back again. He's going to be on the outside once again, though. He's going to let Wingo go, I think. There's no point in fighting that position. He knows he can stick close behind and keep within those 3 seconds that he needs. And Wingo, fastest lap of the race, first person to break into the 35s. So, with Wingo with the pace Wingo has, if Cameron can just stick with him, he will gain P1. This is becoming a very interesting race. Jimbo and VII close behind each other. Davis, another 3-second time penalty. Not what he's going to be needing. Another 3-second time penalty. Where's he getting these from? Oh, as VII gets a lot of oversteer. So that allows Jimbo through. Jimbo now going to be looking to hunt down Ski Man. Can he do it? Because Ski Man is on the fresher sauce, or is on the sauce, but all of them are. Cameron's starting to drop back. So this looking like Lux's race. What's Cameron's gap to the leader? Cameron can't lose 6/10. Otherwise, Lux will win the race. And that will propel him to this championship fight. So, Wingo beginning to gain ever so slightly. Will he be able to get enough? Oh, I think Wingo was just outside by 1,000th of a second. I think it was all but 1,000th. Just the 1,000th of a second that's kept Wingo from the DRS. Lux, really low on ERS here. Wingo with almost 4 times the amount of ERS. So, Wingo actually could be in a solid position here. As they are beginning to drop Cameron. But if these two begin fighting, then Cameron will just, like that, it will get back on top of them. VII, another 3-second time penalty. Jimbo is slowly starting to reel in. As VII looking at that, that is a purposeful crash. VII has purposely crashed himself out there, I believe. Plus the impact, you heard it. That didn't sound like anybody slowing down. So no safety car, I believe we're out of safety car usage now. But Wingo, crucially for Wingo, he has the DRS now. He will be able to just stick with Lux or Harrison. I told you earlier in the stream I'd flick between the two. But come on, chat. Let's get your what do you call it in. Let's get your predictions in. Final few laps of the race. Who's taking it? Who's not? Will Cameron be able to stick within 3 seconds? Do we think so? Or will he drop out and it will be between Lux and Wingo? The way it's looking, it's gonna be Cameron, because Wingo now, with the DRS, not using any ERS compared to Lux, who is below 10%, Wingo looking to just stay there. And I wonder if they are, as Red Raider has just said, working together. Are they working together to pull away from Cameron? They both know they've got those 3 seconds, which will cost them the time. But at the moment, it's gonna be tight between these two. I think Wingo won't look to go on the attack massively. But look at the way he's closed up there. I think he's gonna go for it. Which he is. Look at this. Wingo sees the red flashing light. He's pushing. Lux is going to let him through. Lux ain't going to fight that. Lux is going to be smart. Oh, he does fight it. He dives it back up the inside. There is contact. And this is exactly what Cameron's going to want to see. With these two fighting, he's going to get back on top of them. It's exactly as I thought in earlier. Oh, Wingo very lucky not to get spun round there the way that Jimbo was spun round by VII. So then, with those two fighting the way they did, Cameron has gained about 3/10. But will Lux now look to fight up into turn 1? I don't think he can, not with the ERS he currently has. Oh, he's gained massively under braking though. He might just about get it. This is a great battle for the lead. Another thing that I've just noticed is Jimbo not gaining massively on Broken Reptile here, but he is gaining slightly. As crucially now, here's the crucial stage. 3.2 seconds the gap to Wingo. So, this, your championship protagonist losing time or fighting with each other. Cameron is losing time. The way it's going at the moment, if he's better off just pitting and going for fastest lap. He will easily, he doesn't even need to get past Davis with those 15 seconds. But Lux has gone back up past Wingo, as Wingo's now going to look to fight it. They're going to go side by side. No, they aren't. Wingo's going to be the better man and just back out. Live to fight another day. But as it looks, Cameron's best chance at salvaging the points is to just go for fastest lap at the moment. So then Wingo climb tightly tucked up behind Harrison. He's gonna dummy him, look into the outside, he dives to the inside. Harrison's gonna try and fight it round the outside. It's bold if you try and fight it round the outside. There's contact. There is a lot of contact there. Wingo's almost sent into a half spin. Lux lets him back through though, so a wise decision. But what that has done, second last lap, 1.9 seconds. This is hotting up. As Harrison, another 3-second time penalty. I wonder if they are going to... I wonder if Harrison will appeal that incident. And that's why he's got the 3 seconds. But these two now, with Cameron being 2.1 behind, it's going to be real tight with these lot. As Wingo goes defensive, Lux might die. Lux is going to dive it. Lux sends it up the inside. Wingo lives to fight another day. He knows that Harrison has that additional 3-second time penalty. But look who's only 2 seconds behind. How is Dave? Jesus Christ, Davis. Harrison has. This is it. This is all for the glory. Harrison knows he ain't gonna get nothing from this. He's only gonna get P3, and from the looks of it, it's gonna be Cameron to take P1. Moo Moo with Lux, you bottle. Would you like Moo Moo? Would you like me to tell him that when I invite him for interviews? As Wingo gets an additional 3 seconds. So this Cameron's won. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he finishes 3 seconds behind. Cameron has won this race, and now Wingo knows he has to fight for P2. So then, Wingo dives it. Lux just backs out. Wingo gonna look for the switchback. And look who's joining the fray. Cameron! He's been by himself the past few laps. Ski Man, another 3-second penalty. But then, Wingo's gotten through on Lux. Does Lux dive it? Lux sends one to the inside. There's contact. They both go wide. Cameron's just gonna... Cameron doesn't knows he doesn't have to fight it. Lux tried it. It didn't come off. But then, there's not really any more overtaking opportunities. So, it's looking to be Wingo to cross the line in first from Lux from Cameron, but Cameron is going to win the race. Because of these penalties for the other two drivers. Here they come then, round the line. Wingo's going to cross the line in first, but he's not going to win. Instead, it's going to be Cameron who wins the American Grand Prix from Wingo, from Lux. Davis, he's still yet to come across the line. But he is looking set. Actually, no, he's not. He's looking set to take 5th place. Maybe even 6th at this rate. But then, there we go then. Jimbo now comes up to the line. It's P4 for Jimbo. I will now invite our 3 podium finishers. So it was Lux. No, wrong one. Pi. Cameron. And where is he? Wingo. Alright then, so it's Cameron who wins from Wingo from Lux. Can we just make sure your audio's included, please, guys?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that was a manic last few laps.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for Harrison to join.
I don't know if he might probably will join. I think he's probably gone to the toilet or something. A sec, give him a sec.
Try and do a grid rundown.
See him get join. Give me a sec, hold on, let me go and see what he's doing. I'll be back a sec. See if he's gonna join.
Oh, okay. I've done it. Wingo, party. Lux, party. Cameron, party.
Harrison, where are you?
Oh, Harrison's having issues getting in, I think.
Yeah, he is. I was in the party with him. He can't receive the invites I was sending him. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Right, let's kick off these interviews then. Hi, Ski Man.
What a fucking joke.
Oh, right.
Oh, hi. Oh, okay. I guess I'm interviewing all of you.
I can't be arsed, man. I'm so done. Wingo,
Alright,
Wingo,
let's
I'm
kick
well.
these off. Let's kick
You
these
shouldn't
off.
have won that, Wingo.
No,
Or shouldn't have beat me because you
Okay,
lost
let's-
twice.
Shush. Interviews, please. Shush, interviews.
I don't care.
Cameron.
At this point.
Congratulations on the win.
Cheers.
Manic race.
Yeah.
What was your view on it?
Fortunate, lucky, thankful. That's all the things I have to say to Harrison.
You're welcome.
For, well, yeah. I know, that's what I'm saying. I need to do you a solid because you literally somehow gave me the win after being like quite far behind. But no, yeah, obviously happy with the win. Reduces the gap in the championship, so I'll take that. It was an okay race. There wasn't really much going on for me and Harrison. I mean, we avoided all the carnage, and then apart from whatever happened, so in the last 8-9 laps were all kicked off. But overall, I'm happy.
Well, congratulations. We'll move on to one of your championship rivals, Wingo. Congrats
Both
on
his championship
P2.
rivals, lad.
I said one of.
Oh, I thought you said it.
one
Oh,
of.
I'm deaf then.
Yeah, you are.
So, Wingo, congratulations on P2. I'm sure after the contact with the Williams, you weren't expecting to finish in P2.
Yeah, I got spun on lap 1 by Williams. I thought race was over there, but as the coach would say, is never give up. And I made an excellent result. Could have been better, honestly. Races are congratulations on Cameron. Really hard
Yeah.
race, actually.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, it was just a manic race, and then on to P3, Harrison. We've heard some of your comments, but let's just get the whole story from your perspective.
I'm not happy.
When are you happy at the end of a race?
No, I'm not
That's my
happy. Wingo
question.
should not have been on the podium. He was last 3 times. And safety
don't
car
blame
just
Wingo.
saved
Don't-
him over
don't
and over
blame
again.
Wingo. Blame the drivers
No, I'm not
around
blaming
you,
Wingo.
mate.
I'm not blaming Wingo. I'm just saying
If
he
you
got lucky
blame, I mean,
race after race
it's your
after
fault.
race
You didn't
with
stop
the
when you
safety
had
cars
to.
and
You didn't
just
box.
all the collisions in front happening. It's just I'm
Calm down.
I'm not happy.
Pipe down.
This
Right, yeah.
just
Other
retarded.
than Wingo, how was the race from your perspective?
Brilliant until the safety cars came out. Me and
You
you
led
Cameron should have
every
had a
racing
1-2 that race by an
until the end.
absolute mile. We were clear of the pack. If those safety cars hadn't have happened, it would have been an easy 1-2 for me and Cameron, and a lot of points gained for both of us on Wingo. But because the safety cars happen and people can't bloody drive, it's no points. I've lost points to Wingo and Cameron's gained on Wingo, so I've lost points to bloody both of them. But that's 4 poles in a row, which I am happy about.
5 or 4?
4.
4 or 5,
4.
whichever it goes.
I think it's
Fair
4.
enough.
Tension is building over
So-
in the paddock.
Yeah. Since
Yeah.
This reminds me
then,
of.
shall we interview Jimbo and Ski Man? Let's take.
I
a
want to go and play
Yes or no?
FH5. That's what I want to go and do.
You go take some more of those sexy photos.
I'm just going to bash my head and stuff.
You might as well.
Window.
You might as well interview us because obviously we both had pretty hectic races.
You as well.
So,
Compared to-
All right, let's go.
man.
Let's go. Jimbo, you finished P4.
Somehow.
What
this game is
happened with VII? That's my question. What happened with VII?
I know Harrison had a steering wheel issue, which meant there was a jumble of cars, and then I was going out the exit, and then I was right behind Harrison, and obviously whoever was alongside me was basically forcing me to stay within that bit. So I was slowly pulling out, like to let him know that I'm actually going to try and overtake, not try and get blocked by someone. And then all of a sudden my rear gets touched and then I spin out and I'm like, what the hell? And then when I tried to go into the pits with him, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was trying to hit me or if he was just trying to know that he wasn't happy with what happened. I'm going with the latter option because I don't think anyone should be doing the former. And then I don't know if you saw on stream, he completely straight
unless your name
lined.
is Ash's Cringe.
He completely straight lined the last corner. I thought he was going for me at that point. I'm glad he missed.
I did call that out on stream, by the way. I thought he was trying to DNF himself.
But apart from that, it should have been probably an easy 1-2 between, well, either a 1-2 or a double McLaren podium quite easily. But it is what it is. I've managed to scrape from last back to fourth, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, fair enough. And then we'll move on to the second Mercedes, Ski Man. How was the race from your perspective? Yeah. Yeah, you went from 10th to 4th. So, like, fair play. Yeah, so fair play. Well done to you all. Anyway, guys, if you're still watching, I don't know if you are, to be honest, but that's been GSR Tier 2. Let's leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Harrison's gonna go punch a wall.
Yeah,
I kind
wrap
of
it
want to
up
see a
quickly.
video of it. Goodbye.